Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to Let's Play Ōkami. Before we go anywhere, I want to dive a little bit deeper into the brush strokes, something which does actually have a few tricks that I'm bound to forget immediately. First, triangle makes the lines thicker. On the Wii version, I think you do this by moving the Wiimote closer to the sensor, and then you can also speed up the brush stroke with X or circle. And we'll have some more subtle gameplay mechanics to talk about in a few moments as we head towards those imps making camp up there. Oops! Almost dunked myself into the stagnant river. So, let's talk about Floral Finishers. Enemies can go through a few different states. The first one is if you beat an enemy up enough, or do certain things to certain types of enemies, you'll turn them gray. Usually it'll stun them, and it'll always increase the damage you do. And the second, like this... See how that got me that blue demon fang? That is an actual Floral Finisher. Because that enemy was dying, so it was falling slowly through the air. And at that point, you can use a finisher to guarantee that they will drop demon fangs. Very specific finishers tailored to specific enemies. Oh, and by the way, demon fangs are just useful trainables. We'll see some of the uses for them later. So each enemy has a specific type of finisher that activates this floral finish state. But since we really only have the Power Slash right now, that's going to be all of the starting enemies' floral finish triggers. Also, the other big thing to pay attention to with that is that once you get an enemy in that slow-mo falling animation, their death throws basically, if you hit them again with something other than their floral finish, you lose the chance to trigger it. Now we're going to have to move on deeper into Hana Valley so that we can figure out what is going on here, why everything is so wretched and gloomy and corrupted. Oh wait, I did this too early. It's when it starts glowing. So when they throw a projectile at you and it's in midair, you can power slash it to reflect it back at them and stun them. And that's all that we can do with the corrupted trees right now. But by the end of the episode, we will have another means of dealing with them. Something even more effective. It's just another one on the left. We're not going to aggro that. And pretty sure I can just run past you. Yeah, the projectile doesn't track. I want the pots though. Oh wait. They don't magnetically float to you. Man, I think that's the tree's ground pound. They do have a melee range attack. So there is something covering this tableau of trees sprouting. And this is the introduction of... Is this the red or the yellow? The yellow imps. New enemy type. They can be pretty annoying. They'll do AoE shockwave attacks if you get close to them. They can kind of flail around and beat the ground. But they spend a lot of their time underground, which is a little bit frustrating. There are ways to deal with these problems, though. Or rather, there will be. Also, they take a lot less damage from the front. So, you want to try to get in behind them. Also, you can do what you did with the turnip lady and just cover it in ink. Oh, it's still flailing about, though. It'll slow it down and keep it from re-burrowing into the ground if you cover it in ink. Now we've uncovered this stone mural. While Susanoo struggles with another boulder. Go home, I already told you I'm not looking for apprentices. Anyway, Hana Valley is no place for a mutt like you. Amaterasu has infinite patience. It's the perfect place to hide, to train. Now, scoop. He's playing with fire, attacking us. But like I said, infinite patience. Let's check this out. Seems to be a radiant sun shining down on the valley, making everything bloom. But something's not quite right. Something's missing from the painting. So we're gonna paint in the sun. Ooh, that's an ugly circle. That's such a cool effect, though. I love that stylized sun. With the bands of red. What in heaven's name? How did that happen? Well, now I can go hide. Now I can go train. Oh, he's gonna do so much training. Unfortunately, even though we drew the sun in, the valley is still relatively lifeless. It's depressing and looks poisoned and polluted. So it looks like there's something that's supposed to go in that basin. And there's a little sapling. None of which we can really interact with right this second. What's up with this tiny sapling? It smells a faint scent like sake is coming from it. Since we can't do anything here right now, we're going to open up a new route over on the side and take this tunnel through to where Susanoo went. Where he went to train. You fell beast. How did you get in here? Oh, hey, it's Arth. Hey, Arth. Hey, my boy. You have some nerve sneaking into my private training ground. Now you shall get a taste of my new secret technique. This is just an ordinary sleepy bear. Just a cute sleepy bear. Leave him alone. Leave Arth alone. I don't want to hurt the bear. This sucks. We have to do what we did before. And do all the work for Susanoo. Make all of his slash attacks effective. Culminating in his Susanoo style. Exploding implosion. I don't wanna... Can I just cut the orb? Does that work? Or the leaf on top of his head? Or the snoring bubble? I like that he looks like a complete ass if you don't help him. Come on, I want to cut the leaf. No! I have to hurt the bear. It doesn't kill him, though. So that's good. Aww. That'll teach you, you foolish beast. You're no match for my new secret technique. I love the judgment. I love when Amaterasu judges characters just by giving them a head tilt and a little growl. A little yelp. And Susanoo's like, rest in peace. But the bear is literally resting. Also, now we have access to the orb. And we can fulfill... Oh, God. Come on. Nope, the name's not coming to me. So we're just gonna say Alexander. Wait, yeah, Alexander of Brennenburg, right? Alexander. We can recover his orb, and hey, what do you know? We have something that fits directly in that basin, and something which Ethan has been obsessed with. And it's kind of a physics puzzle. Yeah, this game occasionally has those, and they're all bad. Not awful, just none of them are good. Especially when you have to roll things up hills. Did that without too much trouble, though. Did I speak too soon? No, we're fine. Yeah, and it doesn't stop there. Because remember, what did the wall painting tell us? It told us that we have to shine light on the orb. Sunlight. So, we're gonna have to draw the sun in the sky. And that helps it a little bit. It's still withered, but it has bloomed a little bit. But now we have something else, a new constellation. And every time we fill in constellation, it usually means we get a new brush technique. And for this constellation, instead of one missing star, there are two. Not that it makes it complicated. It's just two more dots you have to push in. Also, Sakagami reminds me so much of Tingle. He's got a little bit of Tingle energy. Origin of all that is good and mother to us all. My gratitude for releasing my body from its slumber. Please accept my humble thanks in return for your great kindness. I am Sakagami, one of the triumvirate of flora gods known as the Hana Valley. My brethren and I have been entrusted with brush techniques known collectively as Green Sprout. I now grant my humble powers to you. Use it wisely. So this technique is what is going to allow us to return life to this withered valley. It's the bloom technique, which you activate just by drawing a circle. So we're going to try that out on the sapling that smells of sake. Damn, that's pretty. And this even more so. And now, Hana Valley really looks like its namesake. Alive and floral. Hana meaning flower. I think it also means nose, which I'm only remembering because I think they do that pun a couple of times with Usopp in One Piece. And Ohana means family. Just not in Japanese. I don't think. Maybe? Nah, I'm not sure. Because here's the thing. Hawaiian is a Polynesian language, which itself is part of a family of languages that that ranges from like Taiwan to Madagascar to the Polynesian Islands. And I know that Hawaii has had a pretty large Japanese population for a long time, so I have no idea how much crossover there actually is linguistically, or like what the deal is with loan words or cognates between them. I don't think there's anything up here, but hey, it's worth taking a dive in the fresh spring. Oh, and also, on the topic of language, in Japanese, there are two ways that you can write the word Ōkami in kanji. One is this, and the other is this, which is what you see in the logo. The former version of Ōkami is wolf, and the latter is something like a deity, or a great deity. So the title has a dual meaning that explains Amaterasu's reincarnation. Oh, this is gonna be perfect. And then we're gonna stun him, see how he turns gray. There will be other gray enemies later on, or enemies who will turn gray, but you'll be able to tell the difference between those and the ones who are stunned. The ones that I'm referring to, you'll see later. When they turn gray, it's because they're becoming petrified. Although the tunneling yellow imps can be a little bit annoying when they burrow underground, as long as you prevent them from doing that, they're not that bad to fight. And once you have them locked down, once you stun them once, it's really easy to just tear into them and finish them. And now, hey, the withered trees are still around even though we restored life to the valley. So there's something new that we can do now that we have bloom. We can still reflect their projectiles with the power slash and stun them, and then once they're stunned, we can now use bloom on them to cure their curse, to purify them. It's wild that you could just attack these. I think they're Jizo statues, right? I might be wrong about that, but if they are, that's wild that you can do that. And they have like this silly little interaction where the heads pop off and spin and land back on the bodies. So use a nice thick brush stroke for this. Oops. Is it just? Oh no. I have to fill all of this in and do bloom, I think. Yeah, there we go. And this gets us a scroll. A scroll full of green sprout tips, which we're actually going to take a look at, because some of this is useful. Using the green sprout technique, poke holes in the ground with dots. The ink becomes as a seed and trees sprout forth, confounding foes. Nice little hidden detail. Or, not really hidden, but if you don't take the time to actually look in that menu and look at the scroll, you won't know that you have this extra ability. And I think that is going to do it for now. We will finish off the Hana Valley next time. Thank you all for watching. Take it easy. Have a good one, y'all.